Welcome, everybody, to the Big Picture Manatee. This is our 46th episode. Woohoo! And we are excited today to talk about election results as well as the new Manatee County Board of County Commissioners that are coming in office. And hi, I'm Sherry Corrier, a former county administrator, and a really thrilled to be a part of this team of the Big Picture Manatee. My colleagues are here this morning. Welcome.
Yes, hello. Thank you, Sherry. My name is Misty Servia. I am a former county commissioner, lifelong Floridian, and currently working in DeSoto County and Manatee County. So good to see you all.
And hello, everybody. My name is Reggie Bellamy, former county commissioner of District 2, a proud veteran of the United States Army. Excited to be here. Look forward to communicating today.
So when we started discussing the Big Picture Manatee possibility of coming on board, we talked about engaging and educating and informing the Manatee County residents and people that just from around that are interested. And I know, like myself, you guys have also heard from other people that aren't just here in Manatee County about watching the show and liking some of the things we're doing. And we take a lot of our episodes based on what's happening, but what people talk to us about that they want to hear more about, and then we delve into the details and we try to help inform. So today there's been a historic election on the national level, and also but locally is what we're here to talk about, because that history is that the momentum shift from the 2020 election completely was flipped around based on largely the citizens of Manatee County. And there are 3 new Manatee County commissioners, and there is one commissioner who was term was now for another 4 years. And so today we just want to talk about what that means and what we saw and what happened. We're going to start off with District 1. And in District 1, which is my district, and I know I've said this before, but I want to emphasize, we had not had a commissioner in our district since March of this year. That means every vote from that point to where we are now was a 6-person vote, and could have been a tie, which there were some, but also that there was absolutely no voice for District 1. Now, saying that, there's 2 at-large commissioners, and they have helped out somewhat, but we know how there's a park here being built in District 1, Parish Community Park, and how easy it was because we had no representation for the second phase of that park to be eliminated from the capital improvement plan this year. And that's what happened. So Carol Ann Feltz was elected to represent District 1, and we're very excited that she will have the opportunity to represent myself and other people here. And she ran a lot on, serving the people in the district, and I'm looking forward to seeing her do that if she can do that. So any feelings from you guys about District 1?
Yeah, I'll start and say congratulations to Carol Ann Feltz. I love when someone who runs a grassroots campaign and doesn't give up, because this was not her first race, is successful.
Yeah.
She has shown the community in District 1 her passion, and I've talked to her many times as a commissioner and as just a citizen, and I believe her, and I believe her to be authentic and interested and for the people, like she says she is. And I just hope as she goes into this role, she understands there are going to be many challenges and people pulling her in many different directions. And you got to stay true to yourself and your boundaries. And I think she's going to do it. So congratulations, Carol.
Yeah, and I'll say congratulations as well. And I'll give this to her because I give it to everybody. My old make good decisions and avoid the and avoid the unnecessary. There's a lot of work, taking place out in District 1. And like Sherry said, District 1 has not had any representation. And the things that's going on out here in the park, they're very concerning. There's a lot of concerning things that's taking place on Erie Road. with the new park, and obviously the development that's taking place on Marcus and Wallow. So there's a lot of conversation that's about to come her way. I kind of recall when I first started, it's like drinking from a water hose, Carol. So brace yourself. But one thing that I will say about Carol, to echo what Missy just said, she's passionate and she's authentic. And I think that's going to be her biggest challenge, to continue to maintain that level of passion that she has and a level of authenticity. Because within all the different obstacles and all the different challenges that comes from the different sides of representation, I think you're going to be in for some long days. But I think she's up for it because she's committed and she has the courage to put her name in. So let's go, Carol. Good luck. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's great. Good luck, Carol. Okay, then in Commission District 3, we have a brand new commissioner there, Tal Sadiq. And, you know, that was a rough primary for Tal to get through. And now he's coming on the board. And again, wishing him a lot of luck in bringing forward what he heard on the campaign trail. And you know, especially in his district right now, all the damage, you know, that was done from the hurricanes and how to recover from that. But, and you said drinking from a fire hose, it's, you know, going to be that way for him too. But I really wish him the best. And I think he's a fast learner. And I also feel like he's going to know where to go look for some things. All right. What about you guys with Tall?
Yeah, so I met Tal before he ever announced he was going to run. And from the first time I met him, I really, really liked him. You can tell people are who they are right away, I think, and that he's a very hard worker. He's very smart. He has worked for the military as a contractor. He has a lot of really good experience. And I've met his wife, and I think together they are just this great couple who seems to want to help her hometown. They moved back here because it is Kristen's hometown. And yeah, I'm really excited about them. And he's going to represent a district that is probably the most engaged district in Manatee County. They have done a lot. You know, you got the beach communities and you've got old downtown Bradenton. And so a lot going on there. And Tal, I know you're going to do really good work. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, congratulations, Tal. I think Manatee Avenue and Cortez, with all the different challenges that are going on, and obviously going on out there on the beaches. But one thing that I would like to say about Tal and his wife, it seems like they're an up and coming political super couple. They're just great people.
Yep.
And you guys know I don't really do a lot of identifying, you know, party line, the left or right, because I always identify myself as Reggie. But what I see within Tal and his wife is that they're just good people. And you look at some of his scripts of things that he involved within community leadership. You know, he has some conservative credentials, and I'm sure I do it as well, to be honest with you. And his community affiliations are very, very in depth. I think he is going to do a tremendous job. But again, coming in, make good decisions and avoid the unnecessary.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's exciting. It's exciting to have followed these campaigns and to follow, you know, now seeing that, you know, things can be done. It's a lot different, right? When there's one new commissioner as opposed to three new ones. You know, that's very interesting. So another new person to the community is the District 5 representative, Dr. Robert McCann, or Bob McCann. And he is coming in with a lot of experience. He's a doctor. He's a lawyer. I mean, he's a million other things. And I think he plans on hitting the ground running with a lot of things that he's noticed and been involved with. And he's got a lot of background, you know, at higher levels of things that he's done. So this combination of these new people, along with what's been going on, to be so interesting. So what about Bob McCann? He's District 5. That's the Lakewood Ranch area, you know, and it's a lot of people a lot going on out there too.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll say that I know him the least of all of these new commissioners. I've not had much of an opportunity to know him, but I'm so impressed with his resume. I mean, could anybody have a stronger resume than this guy?
No.
Lawyer. I mean, he's going to bring, I think, that intellectual layer that we certainly have been in desire of for some time. And he seems really enthusiastic. And so I think he's going to serve Lakewood Ranch really well. I'm so happy for him, and I wish him the best of luck. And anything I can do to help, give me a shout.
Yeah, so hey, Doc, welcome aboard. Thank you, Doc, for bringing all of you to the leadership position of Manatee County. Now, I look at this from a different perspective because just looking at his background, first of all, this guy's a physician, all right? That's a whole nother area. Now, going from a physician to a lawyer, I mean, obviously we know the difference between the two, but just looking at some of his background, this guy's a pilot as well as a scuba diver. That
Yeah.
means he understands the highs and the lows of life.
Yep, for sure.
So I'm like, oh, wow. I'm looking at Doc. I'm like, hey, Doc, I want to meet you. I want to tell you thank you. I want to call you. I don't want you to reach out to me for anything. I need to ask you some questions and see would you be willing to mentor me because you have a smorgasbord of experience in so many different areas. I don't normally get that excited, but when I read Doc's background, I was like, well, we need a couple more of them, and I need 2 or 3 of them in my life. So welcome. Welcome aboard. Who doesn't need a doctor and a lawyer in their life? Let's be honest.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
And
I'm
I'm
with
sure
you.
there's some things at the Board of County Commissioners that need some doctoring on, right? It definitely needs some legal advice. Thank you, Doc.
Yeah.
Thank you for being part of the Board of Manatee County Commissioners.
So those three, I totally agree. Those three new people coming on board, like are coming on board together, they're completely different. That's what I love about like this combination. And like you said, like you've both said, you know, this new talent and coming on board and a lot of, what ifs. What if we do this? What if we don't do that? And all of that. So it's very exciting. The last person in this particular um, race over the new election is George Cruz, who was District 7 at-large commissioner. And he actually defeated a other former commissioner, Kevin Van Ostenbridge, in the primary. And then, of course, Cruz to a win in the election on November 5th. And so we've seen a glimpse of some things that George has been working on, especially with some of his background and knowledge and kind of questioning how things are financed and affordable housing. So that combination along with these new people will be very interesting for me to see. You all, comments about the at-large commissioner?
All right.
Yeah, I
So,
think ladies
I'm
first,
sorry.
Missy.
Okay, I just have to say, this was the race we all had our eyes on, right? This is one that's going to be studied, I think, in political science and going to be talked about for a long time because the amount of money that was overcome by George Cruz's campaign to win was just staggering. So I say congratulations to George. I'm so happy with what I've seen him doing during the campaign. I've seen George grow. I had an opportunity to serve with George, and I met George before he and I were even commissioners. And I think that right now he is doing some really great things to bring the community together. And I appreciate that so much. He's been a leader. And yeah, I mean, this was the cherry on top. I mean, if he had not won, we would be having a different show and a different 4 years.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I just, I have a relationship with George and Jess, and they're great people. And life challenges have definitely came to their front door as well as, come to all of ours. But one thing that I've always admired about George, to be honest with you, is that his knowledge base is knowledge base. And during his campaign, that G wasn't for George; it was for grassroots, because George really went out, and he was willing to go anywhere and talk to anybody about the truth, about what was really going on. Now, when they first came on the board and some of those things that came up, yeah, I didn't like what was done to Sherry, and I'm sure Sherry may or may not discuss that, but I can, because I didn't like it, and I let everybody know that I didn't like it. But here we are in 2024. And George, we have expectations of you. We expect for you to continue to move in a direction that we know that you can. We expect for you to be that voice. We expect for you to continue to display that level of fortitude that forced change on the county commissioner. We are appreciative that you've done that, and we expect for you to continue to do that. And you make good decisions as well, George.
Yeah, I could not say that I wished I was, still involved with Manatee County government. That all did not come to a very fun end. And yes, George was part of that. I think he has potentially, seen that for the greater good of the community. Now, as you guys are mentioning, he's moving some things forward. My biggest concern about the whole thing is I still can't not stop thinking about the amount of historical knowledge beyond my, personally put me out of the picture, that has kind of been taken out of Manatee County government in an inappropriate way, and we know is driven by the need for a couple developers and a few others to get the things that they wanted, and they did. And so the people spoke, and it's, as you said, it's historic, it's monumental. It's probably is going to be written about and studied about. And the neat thing for us is we've seen all of the behind the scenes things. We've been subjected, each one of, you guys both subjected to these various things, but you've risen above it, and we all have done that. And I'm hoping that no one that is coming on the board, no one that's on the board now, get sucked back into any of those ways of doing business, because we're all watching. We're rooting for you to be successful. We're rooting for the citizens of Manatee County to see the right decisions being made for our community. And by God, I mean, if anybody wants to say that there's not a problem, just try to get into Bradenton within just try to get in there, try to get downtown. People have been telling me that work for the county and the clerk, I got to find a different job. I can't even get to work now. I can't get there. It takes me an hour to get there from 10 minutes away, and it takes me an hour to get home. And so when that kind of stuff starts to happen and those things become more important, there's some strange things going on that really need to be looked at. So our wish for this entire new group of people is that you stay true to what you ran on. I think you've all got the intention to do so. And if you ever are tempted not to, just look out, give all of us a call, check your constituency, and they will tell you to keep moving on in your direction, because we're here for you. And we're also, looking forward to 2026 when we can see what happens over the last 2 years. So that's the new county commission. Anything else we missed, guys, that you want to talk about the new county commission?
No, I love what both of you said. Just keep your egos in check and keep doing good things, and that will lead you to success. So thank you all for serving. I appreciate you.
Fantastic. Well, so there was another race, the Manatee County Supervisor of Elections race, that we were really watching. We watched that unfold this whole year, and Scott Farrington will be taking over that role in January, I think January 7th or 8th, kind of reestablishing with his immense amount of experience. And we're so happy for Scott, and just that possibly some of these crazy antics that, occurred in this election will be behind us. And I know you both want to congratulate Scott as well.
Yeah, congratulations, Scott. I mean, this is one that we all felt, anybody who was following the races felt this was an easy selection. There was no need to ask yourself which candidate was better if you were following the election at all. So, Scott, we're so pleased that our supervisor of elections office is going to be in your hands and is going to be run, I'm sure, in an extremely professional manner. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. It's one thing we don't have to worry about.
Scotty. Congratulations. The unfortunate thing or fortunate thing, and I may have missed this, but I want to think about Mike Bennett right now,
Yeah.
and his legacy and his impact and his tutelage and mentorship of him pouring into Scott Farrington. And sometimes in the beginning or in the middle, things don't go the way it's planned. And we all kind of sat back and watched all of this unfold. But the voters had a different say so on this one. And I'm excited for Scott and his family and the reality of his experience alone. This should have never been up for discussion. Nothing against James, my man. I like you, love and respect. We pray together, things like that. But I would have never put myself in a situation of such because I have no experience, no understanding. But now I think because of the mentorship and the tutelage of Mike Bennett and all of the experience that our new supervisor election have, Scott, congratulations. Great things are going to be coming through there. I want to get some civic engagement with the people that we serve so we can get more people registered to vote, so we continue to get people more involved, becoming positive contributors to society. I'll be reaching out shortly, Scotty.
Fantastic. Yes, definitely. And Mike Bennett, our appreciation for Mike's been a guest on our show before, and he kind of helped us through,
Right.
learning some things about some of the changes that were made, and has just really been, key into Manatee County's growth in when he was in the legislature. So Mike, to you and Dee, great times ahead, and to everyone. And so that kind of wraps up the show today as we talk about the new Board of County Commissioners, and we're going to be watching. Of course, we'll have more shows on that. We want to thank all of you for tuning in to the Big Picture Manatee and how you've supported us. And like we said, our 46th episode, which seems unbelievable to me. And thank you so much to Reggie and Misty for, all your dedication and hard work. And, even while you're working and doing so many other things that, you're still engaged and you want to be involved in how we can bring things to the community. So don't forget to subscribe and like us. And share this episode. You can go to YouTube at the Big Picture Manatee, and thanks for everything also on the different podcast platforms. We will be back with an episode on the other seats, the mayor, city of Bradenton, the school board, and the referendums and the different things. And hope you'll tune in again. So have a great rest of your week, everybody.
And right back at you, Sherry. Thank you. I appreciate you both.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.